let's go forward. Bob Herrig.
Tiger, the other thing that's gone down since we last saw you is the RNA and the USGA proposal on the golf ball. And, some of your peers have been very much against it, a few not, but obviously there's been some outspoken comments about it. Just curious where you stand, and also how would it impact you right now? Like, what would that do when you were if you were hitting that golf ball now?
Well, I have always been an advocate of rolling if you're going to do anything to the equipment, I don't think that you can change the size of the heads anymore, just because there's so many out there. But I still think that it's very much like baseball with aluminum bats and wooden bats. You can have a difference in the golf ball, and tennis has the same thing. You go to different events, they have different balls. The public doesn't really know that, but the players do. I've been of the position if you have you play in a pro event or you have a P next to your name, you should be playing a pro ball. Now that was my opinion on it. If you have an A next to your name and you're playing an amateur event, you should use an amateur ball. But if you're an amateur playing a pro event, that's where the transition can be had, where you can start, I would say, rolling the game back, but you can start kind of slowing it down because we're just not able to create enough property out there. The guys are going to become more athletic. Everyone's going to get stronger and bigger and faster as generations go on. And with technology, you're going to find, even if you roll the ball back and get a spinnier golf ball, guys are going to find that you may go to a 4-degree driver. You may find a different shaft, and you may have that one matchup. But I just think that yes, I think this should have happened a long time ago. That's where Jack was saying that the 384 was going too far. This is back in the 80s. But I still, that's my take on it, that the amateurs should be able to have fun and still hit the golf ball far, but we can be regulated about how far we hit it. Now, I understand the marketing is going to be different, for, how are you going to market, your equipment to the public. But yeah, I understand that, but on a competitive level, there's only so much we can do at the amateur level or the tour level on how much property we can do, and the guys are going to find ways to hit it further. And the average number used to be, 280 off the tees, 279 when I first came out on tour. Now the guys are carrying a 320, okay? So not every golf course can be like Augusta National and move property and move the holes back. There's so many golf courses you can do that on. And we still want to be able to play the old traditional great golf courses. But again, here's the difficulty of the question. The enjoyment of the game. We've had a big boom in this game with COVID, and more people playing the game. It's more exciting. Okay, well, on tour, it's exciting to see Rory McIlroy hit it, 340 yards on every hole. But does it challenge us and separate the guys who can really hit the ball in the middle of the face and control their shots? I think if you roll the ball back a little bit, you'll see that the better ball strikers will have more of an advantage over the guys who miss it a little bit.
Do you have any sense for how it might impact you personally?
Well, by the time it takes effect, I may be long gone. So, again, I said I might be in that buggy, and then off we go. But last week I was out at home playing at Medalist, and I had my old Persimmon driver, and I was able to still carry the ball 290 yards. Now, when I missed it, no, it did not go very far, but the ability to hit the ball in the middle of the face was rewarded. And then I don't know if Rory shared this, but yesterday I brought a couple Balata balls up here with me, and threw them over to him and had him hit a couple putts with it. And he's like, "Oh my God, this is." I said, "Yeah, this is exactly. This is, we're not going to roll the ball back that far, but it's kind of neat to be able to see the golf ball do different things."
All right, we have time for just 2 more questions, please. Kevin, we'll start with you, and then Gary. Tiger, you were talking a little bit about this really cool bank of memories that you have here at Augusta. I'm just curious, have you ever tried to recreate the chip on 16 from 2005, like whether it was playing with Charlie or Justin or somebody who wasn't around for it?
No, they've has since redesigned that hole, redesigned the green, so it's not where it used, how it used to be over there. I just ran into Peter Dawson on the way in here, and he's right behind me on that chip shot. So everyone's screaming and yelling, and Peter's just as stoic as can be back there. That's one of the neat photos. But no, the green has been changed. There is a new back deeper hole location there that they tried to fit. No, but my chip there in 05 is not the same as the green is not the same as it was then.
You see like replays of that. It's obviously become one of the most iconic Masters shots of all time. Like what goes through your head when some comes across your TV or your phone?
I did not draw a bad line that tee shot to hit it that bad. So, you want to go back and see the chip went in. Okay, that's cool. But to hit an 8-iron that bad and that far offline, and I had a perfect lie, was not very good.
Finish up with Gary.
Tiger, when you won in 19, you had an appreciable build to that win, having won the Tour Championship, the PGA prior to that, the Open Championship, and even that season, you had solid starts. You clipped Rory in the match play before you came here. So in the absence of competitive rounds coming here, how do you execute what is essentially like a micro strike and contend and win here?
Gary, it's a lot of it has been understanding the golf course, and I know the golf course, and so I've been able to recreate a lot of the chip shots at home in my backyard, or I'm at Medalist hitting shots off of Saudi Hill Lies, trying to simulate the shots and rehearsing again and again each and every flag location, each and every shot I would possibly hit. I've gone through so many different scenarios in my head. I don't sleep very well, so going through it and rummaging through the data bank and how to hit shots from each and every place and rehearsing it. That's the only way that I can compete here. I don't have the physical tournaments under my belt. I haven't played that much, no. But if there's any one golf course that I can come back like I did last year, it's here, just because I know the golf course. And you look at what Bernhard's still able to compete here, Fred's still able to compete here. The older guys who understand how to play this particular golf course. It helps, and hopefully it'll help me this week.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And Tiger, thank
you.
you so much for
Thank you,
spending
everyone.
some time with us, and the best of luck. Thank you.